So last night my cravings were really, really bad. I forget sometimes that for me it wasn't just a form of punishment or a way to deflect all the negative thoughts in my head. It was also a way to reward myself when I'm feeling, that euphoria. I like to celebrate. But the cravings were intense and I almost caved in, but I didn't, as I'm focused on the bigger picture. This transformation, the recovery and the sober living and everything, and just this bigger sense of purpose that I have for my spiritual awakening and higher self, higher consciousness. But it's just a reminder that they'll come, right? The cravings will come. So it's one of those things where I used to need to drown that voice out inside of my head, that voice, whether it be, hey, you did this, go reward yourself. Most of the time, like 90% of the time for me, it is chaos in my head and I get sick of listening to it. I don't want to hear the sound of voices telling me how I'm failing or how I'm not good enough. And I don't know if my account's shadow banned or whatever, but I'm having a heck of a time trying to figure out what I'm doing. And it's not that, whatever. Like I said, I'm not chasing money. My currency is in love and truth. But at some point last night I was watching, man, my videos must suck, or I don't know why I can't get anybody to watch my stuff, or what's going on, and the voice in my head just kept getting louder and louder, and I really wanted to grab a drink and just be like, fuck it, but I didn't. So I'm actually pretty proud of myself for that. Thank God there wasn't any booze in the house or anything else for me to dabble with or tempt myself with. So and we're gonna keep it that way for a while, for a long time, until I figure this out. I don't believe in the power of labels. If the good book, the big book, works for you, great. But my theory being, this book was written in 1939. It was a long, long time ago, and it doesn't apply for me. The one thing that I'll say that Bill said that I always consider is, like, if you can control your drinking, if you can stop yourself, if you can have just one and walk away, then you're okay. So for me, at some point, it's going to have to become an idea of, am I chemically dependent on alcohol? Or is it a mental roadblock? Is it a mental obscurity that is causing me to self-medicate? And so, like I said, I don't believe in the power of labels. I struggle with alcoholism because I choose to drown out that voice. And now I am actually challenging myself to deflect the thoughts I don't need necessarily for the day, but if one thought keeps coming back, then I'm going to find out why it's there. I feel like that is the power of purpose, the spirit guides, or however you want to say it, the universe, God, inner self, self-love, self-care. That's what that all looks like, right? Is actually going ahead and saying, you know what, this is here for a reason, and let's figure that out. So for me, it's all about mindset and mentality and overcoming the roadblock of my chaotic mind. I am not using any prescriptions or anything to counterbalance my depression and anxiety. I am trying to learn how to eat healthier, to get my vitamins and nutrients that I need to give me the energy to sustain all the goals that I have for the day. And for me, I don't know what day it is. I mean, I started my sober journey on August 1st, but I'm not keeping track or tallying the days as I go, because for me, that is a liability in the sense that it's a power trip, right? So and I'm not saying that I'm gonna fail, but if I do get so many days up, then I'm the type of person that if I do relapse, I will punish myself more severely because of how much I said, why are you throwing all these good days away or whatever? And I know a lot of people say just get right back on the horse or whatever, but that's not who I am. I'm self-destructive, right? So I will punish myself, and I don't think I can survive my next punishment. So I have to be mindful of that. I also don't want to tally the days because, like I said, that other voice in my head, the 10% that will say, hey man, dude, you've got 30 days. This is awesome. Why don't you reward yourself? You can have one drink and then go back to it. So for me, I'm not tallying the days, because it's just like, when you go to AA or NA, you hear it's just for the day. And I think there's a lot of power and some great philosophy behind that, is that if you just win the day, then the days will keep piling up. But that's me. You do you. I'm not trying to tell anybody to do something different. For me personally, I'm not a sticker guy. I'm not a everybody gets a trophy kind of thing guy. I'm just for the day. And that's a reward in itself. That's a high enough reward, just winning the day. So that's what my mindset is. And anyways, I just wanted to share that, my breakthrough. I'm pretty proud of myself for not caving in last night, and I'm just gonna keep pushing forward. I don't really give a shit if I'm shadow banned or whatever. I don't really care right now. I'm not chasing money. I've found if I chase money that happiness will never be where I am. It'll always be somewhere else. So I'm just going to continue to do what I'm doing. And if you like what I'm saying, reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to talk to anybody that's interested in the spiritual awakening as well as a higher consciousness, God consciousness. just the power of, self-love, self-care. All right, toodaloo, I'm going up this volcano now. Peace.